Welcome to the Public Voice Salon. We're an open dialogue on culture and ideas, and we're so delighted to have with us today Ann Burns, who has a wonderful organization to help the veterans. Ann is a very progressive person. She's married to a good friend of ours, Stephen Bronner, a professor at Rutgers. So she comes out of an intellectual tradition on the left, but also happens to have an organization to help the veterans. And that's usually very strange. You usually think of veterans groups as something that are very conservative, you know. But here she is, Ann Burns, with her Vets Chat and Chew. She identified this cause of veterans coming back and really feeling alienated in the society and needing a helping hand, and she created this organization that brings veterans together and to have a meal and to share conversation and conviviality. So tell us a little bit about your group.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And the organization, the nonprofit, is called Vets Chat Inc., and the program is called the Vets Chat and Chew program. And usually I have it funded by some very loyal funders who have helped me for a long time, and they are the Ann Codell Foundation, the Overwatch Alliance Foundation, the Butterfly Circle of Friends, and for this program coming up, the Jewish Women's Foundation in New Jersey, and a lot of private donors, and I really appreciate all their help. But the program was organized for women veterans originally, and it just became so popular that now the men wanted to participate, and they love it. They have a great time.
They like to socialize too, right?
They like to cook. Right. It's so interesting. They love to cook, and they're having a great time. And also family members are welcome to come. So a lot of the veterans bring their kids and their wives and husbands, and it's really very nice. But the idea is, when the veterans come back, and this is also, by the way, for active military, and but it's mostly veterans that come to the program. But when they come back into civilian society, they really have a lot of problems. And the younger ones are coming back, a lot of PTSD, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. I mean, these people are seeing headless bodies, and they are traumatized. And the Vietnam veterans still have a lot of the same problems. So, and basically now, science is showing, and it's very prevalent, that that a lack of nutrients is affecting the brain, and when the brain is affected in this negative way, it causes a lot of depression. And basically the idea of the program is to help them, and it's geared toward the military community, is to help them learn how to change these negative eating patterns, which a lot of them were developed in the military, by the way. An interesting thing is the fast foods of today and the packaged foods and the preservatives all came out of military food research. Yes, so that's how the whole thing started, because in combat zones, they need to, preserve these things, eat quick, and it needs to be fast food, and that's how the whole fast food thing got started.
C rations, where you have like a candy bar.
Exactly, yes, exactly. So this is where the negative eating patterns with the military communities come from. And there's a lot of veteran suicide. I'm sure you've heard about that, and it's becoming worse. And so basically what we do is it's a 6-week program, The veterans come together once a week for 6 weeks. I say just veterans generally because it's also family members and active military. They learn how to change these negative eating patterns and how to nourish the brain. So once you start nourishing your brain, you start feeling better, you start functioning better. You can, the veterans are usually very alienated when they come back, and this is another part of the depression thing. So once they come together, they learn to trust each other, because they're together for 6 weeks, and they learn to trust each other. They talk to each other. Things come out. It's sort of like a group therapy, and they just and once they learn that they have a network. They develop friendships, and then we have speakers come in to tell them about job benefits and their benefits, which a lot of veterans don't know about. They don't know anything about their benefits. So people come in and they speak about these things, and it gives them an opportunity to enter a network of people who are like them, and it really helps. Exactly. And once they start feeling better physically, they start feeling better mentally, they can then go out and get jobs and not have a problem, instead of hiding in their houses and not being able to deal with a lot of the veterans come back, and, if they hear a car backfire, they have a nervous breakdown and they go into panic attacks. And the things that go on, it's really amazing. And it's just really getting your brain functioning again. And that's the idea of the program.
How wonderful. You're making me think about my own diet as well. Now, Claudia has now hidden the cookies from me, because at night I'm like the cookie monster. I got to go for those cookies. And we're trying, everybody needs to improve their diet, and, especially the veterans.
Sugar is a major depressant.
Sugar is a depressant?
Yes, it is. It's a major depressant.
So you got me thinking, as long as you're chatting and chewing, if you're chewing good food and healthy food, and the social part, maybe I need to socialize more too. Maybe I need to get out and join organizations and be with. I socialize too much? The right thing? Okay. But I'm saying these things all go together. The social and healthy eating and feeling good about yourself and a community.
Yes, plus they learn to cook with a professional chef. Plus they have access to a nutritionist throughout the whole 6 weeks. Everything is free. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and they love it. And I have a program starting on February 25th in Bergen County here at the American Legion. And I'd also like to thank the American Legions, because they are being so helpful with offering their facilities to have the program. And they've just been great. And we're having this in Fair Lawn, New Jersey at the Post, American Legion Post 171. Okay. And we have had one, and we're having another one in Metuchen, Post 65. And the American Legion has been great.
Well, we only have a few minutes left, so any closing thoughts about this organization and why it matters? Claudia has a question. Yes, darling. How can the veterans contact you, Ann?
Thank you for the question. The website is vetschatandchew.com. There's a Facebook. How does it work? Facebook.com/vetschatandchew. The phone number is 201-592-1130.
Thank you so much, Ann, for the work you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
And we look forward to checking in with you in the future to see how you're doing.
Thank you so much.